All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. This is brother Azariah here with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash. Okay. And I just wanted to go into a quick lesson. It's basically like a follow up to the last lesson I did, but it's going into another topic. Okay. Uh, in the dream that my wife had. Okay, basically, there was a concerning kids television programming and the importance of not allowing your kids to watch the shows to come in the future. I mean, even now, I'm of the mindset that I wouldn't allow my kids to watch TV. They would have to be things that I selected. You know what I'm saying? That I felt comfortable with. That I would allow them to watch. Okay, but it's going to get worse even now than it is. Even with trannies and stuff being depicted on TV and unruliness towards parents and things of that nature being depicted on TV, it's going to get worse, okay, as the time goes on. All right. And basically, I just want to go into a few things. So I took some notes to prepare the lesson. It says, and this is a part of the dream, like I said, my wife had. It says, kids channels will be promoting sex, drugs, and lying to parents. This will be on popular channels like the Disney Channel. Okay. And, I had a few things that I pulled up. There's a lot of stuff on it. I mean, that you can go into, inappropriate moments from adults, and inappropriate adult moments from favorite childhood cartoons. This has been going on for some time, even before I came into the truth of knowing who I was. When I got introduced to the whole Illuminati thing, there was certain things that was pointed out by different people about the agenda that was being pushed on people. Okay, wickedness being pushed. The thing that I learned before I came into the truth was that the media and the Illuminati were against the Most High. And that's what I learned. And the depicting of certain things to children is definitely against the Most High. Okay, so to speak. Of course, ultimately everything happens with the Lord's will, but okay, it's just things that kids shouldn't be. In a righteous society, kids will not be exposed to these things, man. All right, so as you can see, you see what SpongeBob is doing. You see what that looks like. And some of these things could be reaching, but some of these are obvious, things that shouldn't be done, shouldn't be shown on kids shows. Look, they go to Thundercats. That's a weird position, You see that right there. That don't look right. So I ain't gonna go too deep into these. See what it looks like Tom's got going on there. And of course, I saw this before about Donald Duck, about pushing down his whatever that is right there. You know what that is. And that's from the old school, And now then, I pulled this up, which these different shows depict like kids, okay. And this one, the kids is murdering a cop, And you see different shows where kids are put in these positions of being little devils, man, little wicked little people, man, And this one, it's called Pretty Little Liars, and you see it. You see it all the time on TV shows where kids are made to be rebellious against their parents and to question the authority of their parents and, be disobedient to their parents, okay? And this is something that when you're a child and you're shown these different things, it's like teaching you a pattern of how to be, you see? Okay, the scriptures say, raise up a child in the way that he should go when he is young, and he will not depart from it. And a lot of times these TVs, the TV raises a lot of kids, Just simple fact is, Jake, be busy, man. And a lot of times you put your child in front of these images on the TV screen because you have so much other things going on, they shall think to wear out the saints. You got to work and do all these different things to make money, okay, to the point where you don't have a lot of time to sit there and be a part of the development of your child. When in actuality, that's how it's supposed to go. Like it talks about a father raises up early in the morning to have a care of his daughter, It used to that was a father's job, was to raise up, make sure that that the children was doing certain things as far as making sure no man wasn't raping his daughter or snatching his daughter up. And so there's things that you can't do as a parent in the society because of what you have to do money wise, man. Which it sucks. Okay. And I ain't gonna go through all these, but just different innuendos and things have been being pushed, okay, on us for a long time, man. And it's gonna get worse, man. This is from a recent show. I forget what it's called, but some of y'all might recognize it. He comes in, the guy's watching a fruit porn, and they point out how there's a box of tissues right there on his desk to the left of him. He basically walked in on them watching porn. You see, but it's desensitized because it looks like, oh, he's looking at a fruit being opened. But what could that represent? You know what that could represent? Something else. He's a banana. He's looking at a hole being opened. Put two and two together. This, Daffy Duck's looking at Play Duck sitting next to Bugs Bunny. And it's going to get worse. These were subtle things that were put into cartoons, okay? But it's going to get worse. And ultimately it's so that prophecies can come to pass. So let's get a precept. Second Ezra 5. Okay? Because like I said, it's going to get worse, man. Second Ezra 5 and 2 says, I can start at verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, the way of truth is going to be hidden, and yeah, like it says, the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, the prophets ain't going to be preaching after a certain point of time, man. But verse 2, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Okay, and so iniquity is being pushed on a great scale, man. In order to bring certain scriptures to pass, like this scripture right here, Matthew 10. Okay, and I also found this book too. I want to go into Matthew 10. And 21 says, okay, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Okay, and a lot of the stuff you see pushed in these different shows depicts children being disrespectful to their parents and betraying their parents. I don't have any examples offhand, but you can see it. Like, you can see that mindset being pushed. Oh, dad doesn't know what he's talking about. I hate dad. He's always doing this and doing that. My dad gets on my nerves, and he embarrasses me. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. That's being pushed heavy on these children. And this is a book. It's got a lot of pages. It's got 248 pages. I didn't want to go through the whole book, but I did want to get. This is specifically talking about Disney. Okay, and I wonder if I could. Let's see. Let me put a bookmark. How you put a bookmark on this? Okay. Well, I ain't gonna worry about it right now. So right here, I'm gonna read this: family structure and function. It says, in addition to family ethnic representations, media portrayals often provide children with exemplars or examples of family composition and interactions. In assessing these examples, this guy proposed that family portrayal investigations must consider two distinct characteristics of families: structure and function. Okay. All right, family structure, family function. Compile an extensive overview of the family portrayals in the literature in their book, Television and the American Family. In their examination, 258 primetime episodes from the 1990s argued that Television from the 90s appeared to be psychologically healthy, emphasizing depictions of cohesion within family units, adaptability, good communication skills. Bryant and blah 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 noted that positive depictions portrayals from the 90s increased over time. Families from 1999 were better connected, emotionally more suited to change, and better communication skills than those of the 91 to 96 samples. In '07, presented a more mixed depiction of family function. Okay, female caregivers were often portrayed as competent and mature. Nearly 40% of male caregivers were depicted as buffoons. Moreover, 25% of male caregivers were depicted as immature. So as you can see, gradually over time, more and more, it's how E works, man. E works with gradualism. Okay, gradualism. Let's see what the definition of that word is. Gradualism. Okay. Okay. Gradualism says a policy of gradual reform rather than sudden change or revolution. Okay, so change comes gradually. The variation in gradual nature happens over time. Blah blah blah. That's how E does things with subtlety. Okay, with gradualism, he pushes in a little bit more. Oh, you accept that, will you? I'm gonna push it a step further. I'll push it a step further. You see, it's like that old false Christian thing that they will say: you give the devil an inch, he'll take a mile. You see, but it's true, man. You give E an inch, he'll take a mile. Okay, you let E put one offensive thing in your children's programming, and he'll just continue and continue and continue along. Ultimately, the Most High is allowing him to do it. Okay, so let's go back to this. Well, as you can see, man, let's see if there's a little bit more on this. Oh, yeah. Colleagues commented that observations of American culture in which children disrespect parents are reinforced to some degree on primetime television. So disrespect towards children, from children towards parents is reinforced on TV, man. And it's gonna get worse, man. Related to general blah blah blah. Sibling engagements presented a predominantly positive image. Absence of sibling. There's a lot in this book, you know. The role of Disney in the lives of millions around the world is monumentous, and that was the main channel that she mentioned was going to be pushing this wickedness was Disney. Okay, Disney is a big influence. Even I've watched several shows from Disney when I was younger. You see, look at a lot of the superstars that exist now that came from Disney Channel. Justin Timberlake. What was that other? Britney Spears. You know, which Justin's still around. Britney, you don't hear much from her, but there's other people that started off as Disney kids and then they were groomed to become pop culture. That's not by mistake, man. That's not by mistake. You know, they're plugged in heavy with the media. Okay. So let's see. Parallel to the wide dissemination, depictions also of large interest. Such investigations include gender portrayals and the modeling of gender, feminism, race and diversity, aggressive behaviors, and pro-social behaviors. Okay? And basically all these different things are pushed in, okay, are pushed in these different Disney shows, man. You see? And there's more, man. There's so much more. And I'm only on page 20 of 248. I'm pretty sure this is probably a great book. May go into it later. Don't know, Lord willing. All right, but let's get a few more scriptures, man. Okay. So the love and respect for parents will basically be gone, you know. And I'm gonna get the precept on that, man. Primarily upon those, you know, that the Most High chooses to allow that to happen, because, hey, man, everybody got to make their own decisions, man. But you know, it's a battle that you fight being a parent versus it's like doing what the Lord would want you to do and disciplining your children versus what the society will do to you if your children decide to tell on you, or you know, just this is crazy, man. Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, the iniquity sin is going to be abounding, and the love of many is going to wax cold, man. Children are going to not love their parents and not respect them like they're supposed to. You see? All right, so those that speak against his wickedness will be portrayed, or the wickedness that will be portrayed will be demonized. Let me get Matthew 10 and 22. That's and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endure to the end shall be saved. Now, of course, this is talking about the prophets, okay, that's preaching out there on the highways and byways, okay. But there will be other people, okay, that will be not okay with these things happening, and you're gonna be looked at as a crazy person for speaking out against these things, man. Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59, you know, you're gonna stand out, you're gonna stand out as from amongst the other people because everybody else is gonna be with it. Isaiah 59 and 16, uh, 15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Okay, so truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And you departing from evil is speaking out against wickedness, or being, just being against it in total, not allowing your children to be involved with that, and things of that nature, man. You're gonna be looked at as, who knows? You're gonna be looked at like a goody two shoes. You too good. You better. Because there's gonna come situations where you're gonna have to decide. Okay, your children's gonna meet other kids, and those kids they're gonna want to have sleepovers, and they're gonna, oh, can Johnny come over? Whatever the case is, can they come over and spend time? And you're gonna have to make a decision. Are they gonna be able to come over there? You ain't gonna know what little Billy Mamas is playing on the TV, and what type of, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to really be wise and to protect the minds of your children, man. You ain't gonna know what type of ship they running at their house. Mess around, kids get molested. You don't know. You see, so it's a decision you have to make, and from being like that, I speaking as a man, it's probably going to get so loose that even being that type of parent is probably going to be frowned upon. But what are y'all watching? Well, my child's not allowed to watch this TV show, and this, that, and the other. You're gonna be looked at as crazy, or that you doing too much, that you being too over righteous. When in actuality, these shows are going to be showing all type of wickedness, man. And you don't want to have to deal with trying to wipe that out of your child's mind later on. Well, mommy, what's a homosexual? Mommy, what's a transgender? What's a penis? What's weed? And they young as hell. Who knows what it's going to be? But we just know that with the way that things are going in this world, yeah, and according to this dream that she had, it's going to get crazy out here. Crazy. So just be mindful of what you allow your child to put in front of their eyes. Even now, man. Even now, like I just showed you, on that little gift, her dude walked in, and which I don't know if I still got it open, but dude walked in and was looking at the little fruit porn. And that's in a show that currently airs on TV. Rocco's Modern Life. He see how the guy jumps off holding his crotch, and how Rocco was having trouble pulling that off the thing. They're trying to insinuate that Rocco pulled the guy's balls off. You see? What else does that mean? You see? Talking to his assistants about watching her dance, she said, "Oh, that's an extra $50." I used to watch Dexter's Laboratory. I didn't know what that was about. So like I said, just it's gonna get worse than it already is. And this is a current show. This is one of those new shows. You can tell by the style of the animation. It's kind of 3D-ish. It's a new show. So anyway, this is in a movie. Anyway, it's a lot, man. Just gotta watch what you allow your kids to see, man. Lord willing, you have been edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations that hopefully let. All right, with that, I want to say Shalom.